What up, world? It's Mac. Tell me something slick and make it stick. Listen, man, I'm excited today. I'm excited. I got special Atlanta cloth. Listen, I ain't got enough damn fingers for all the things this man is. I'm going to say, first of all, man, a father, a husband, man. I'm talking about a man, an author, an actor. He acted his movies too. A filmmaker, man, and an all around solid good brother from the west side of Atlanta. My man, Robert Slocum. How you feeling, baby?
Man, amazing, bro.
No, that's good. Hey, well, I tell y'all what, Cigar Chats with Mac, sit tight, sit back. Matter of fact, get your Tubi queued up, get Slime Race ready. I only got one complaint about this amazing movie, but I'm gonna talk. Me and Robert gonna figure this out. We gonna do a part 2, and we're gonna work through this. I see y'all.
Hey, straight up.
Part 2. Sit back. Welcome back, everyone. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Man, I see my man over there. Big Rob got that smooth red boss behavior on, man. Shout out to that boss behavior. Man, shout that boss behavior.
Leah, where you at? Stand
Where
up.
you at, Aaliyah? Man.
That's my girl, man.
Man, she good people, man. Shout out to Aaliyah, man. Hey, if anybody ain't seen that interview with me and Aaliyah, man, hey, you missing that girl dropped some serious game and some serious gems.
Dope interview, man. I'm a fan, bro.
Thank you so much. I humbly say thank you. Well, Robert, man, I got so much to get into with you, man. I'm going to have to start from the beginning, man. West side of Atlanta. Bro, take me through that childhood, man, because what I understand, you had an interesting dynamic, man, in the era. You had the hood and you had prosperity on one end, man. Take me through that, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Like you said, my childhood was kind of unorthodox, man, because the way the West Side set up, especially MLK,
okay,
and Peyton Road,
okay,
that's where I grew up.
Yes, sir.
And you go up a block, you have like the trenches, the hood is going down.
Yes,
we
sir.
even had Little Mexico. These apartments called 7 Courts.
Okay.
Going down.
Going down.
Yeah, Allen Temple, all that. Everybody know what I'm talking about. Gordon Village, all that. But then you go to the rear,
okay,
and that's where like historical figures live. You have Andrew Young and his family. Shoot, man. It was just like fruitful, man. Like when you think about it, everybody came up in that little part of MLK, and so I attended the elementary school Peyton Forest.
Okay.
And ironically, me coming from a single parent household, at that particular school, I was a minority.
Wow.
Because all the
so kind of walk me through that experience as young Robert. How did that impact your mind?
Man, it kind of helped me tap into my imagination. Because I would cap like hell when I was a little boy. Here I am surrounded by all these prolific lineage kids, their parents owned in McDonald's and Wendy's and shit. Damn. So my dad, was in the streets.
Yeah.
Then my stepfather, he was reformed from the streets and got a decent job. So, but man, them kids lived in the biggest houses. So I would cap. I'm like, yeah, my daddy owned this. Owned this.
I know that's right. God damn it.
Hey, but it exposed me to a lot though, because everybody gravitated to that school. Like we always had special guests. LL Cool J came to visit us when I was in elementary school.
Nice.
We had Keenan Thompson. Like they taught us about the culture, like even from the down to the teachers, man, we were taught to love ourselves and embrace our blackness. Like they'll tell us, like on a test, you mark Christopher Columbus as discovering America, but no, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America.
Come on now,
Come on now. It was like that.
Wow.
Like we had African American quiz bowls. Like I would venture off and I go see my cousins and stuff, and it would shock me. Like I knew who Ida B. Wells, and I knew who, Frederick Douglass and all these historical figures, and they had no clue.
No.
That was just a school to them. They're like, yeah, you mean Douglass High? I'm like, no, who the school named after?
Yeah.
Like outside of MLK and Malcolm X,
they didn't know.
Maybe Rosa Parks. But I'm like, I knew who Garrett A. Morgan was. I'm like, we were just exposed to a lot. Like a lot of their parents were entrepreneurs. So they would come up to the school. They had the time. Like kids did not. I'll never forget, bro. I was in like 4th grade, and you know how we call it Joning when you going back and forth.
Same in Chicago, we call it Joning too. Same thing. Yeah.
Shouts out to Chirac,
yes,
baby.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
man. So me and one of my homeboys Joning, and my mom beautiful, bro. And at that time, my mom was fine as hell.
So you had to hit some niggas in their mouth. I already know you had to hit a couple niggas in their mouth.
Not even though, because dudes that lived in my neighborhood, but like me and the dude Joning, he was like, Robert, your mama's so fat, she can't even fit in the school. That's why we ain't never seen her. And then I'm like, I know my mama ain't fat. I know my mama fine.
Yeah.
But it left that we rarely see his mama because she got all these jobs and she working and shit. So all the kids was like, bro, your mom fat. I'm like, man, fuck no.
Nigga.
I was about to cry though, because I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
These folks, I've been going to school with these folks all the time, and a lot of them don't even know how my folks look.
Well, your folks were working. Mama was working.
Working her ass off,
Yeah.
I didn't understand that at the time. Well, I did, but you know what I mean? It's still that disappointment.
Yeah.
But it was like that was one of them schools, man. Then I was exposed to the arts at that school. That was my introduction. So
let's talk. So, saying that, bro, now growing up, was it just you and mama? Was it siblings? I mean, kind of give me how many more brothers? Would you have brothers and sisters or just you and mom?
For the longest, it was just me and mom.
Okay.
Mom said she wasn't being nobody else's baby mama. She got to get married again. And she got married again, and then, I'm 16 years older than my sister. But
mom took a long break. She wasn't playing.
She stuck to that shit. She stood on business, bro. Oh, God. Because I used to beg. Then when she finally told me she pregnant, I'm like, oh, shit, that's my niece or nephew. That ain't my sibling.
Is it, Robbie? Like, well, goddamn, I'm grown now, mama. Goddamn.
It's facts. But me and my sister like this, though. And then, I never call my mom's husband my stepdad because he raised me. He had just as much as impact as my biological father.
Come on now.
And then I did have siblings from him. They my siblings. I don't even know that word. You know what I'm saying? We
don't do that word. Half step, none of that.
None of that. Right.
Yeah.
They don't exist in my vocabulary. But they wasn't living with us, so
Now, Rob, I got a question. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. But now, I'm in the daytime. You going to school. You got that, and you seeing the promise. You seeing the prosperity, man. You seeing the future of what Robert could have.
Right.
But now I got to come out here and goddamn deal with these goddamn wolves and survive in these goddamn sharks and barracudas out here in the hood. Tell me about were you able to balance that lesson? Because obviously, man, you just didn't become an intelligent dude today. You always been one. So how was you able to balance, brother, the two of being an intellect, studious, get your business done, but also you got to be swift on, you know what I'm saying, on your toes when you dealing with them sharks, man. How were you able to balance that too and navigate that jungle when you got home? Because you wasn't up in no big mansion. You was out there with the wolves. How did that happen?
Right. It was a struggle for me for the longest, man. For real,
Okay.
for real.
Okay.
It came down like it's like living a double life. On God,
Yes, sir.
I had two set of friends.
Okay.
I had my studious friends. You know, some of them didn't even have all the money. They struggled too, but they were good. You know, they come from good, solid homes.
Yeah.
Then I had my wild ass friends that kicked me off the porch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it was all about survival. So like I said, that block up on MLK was the trenches. And like we clicked up in the neighborhood, like, you know. So it's survival of the fittest, bro. I don't take pride in it, but I wouldn't change nothing in my life because it made me who I am. But man, I was 12 years old with a crew of 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds, and we getting paid by prostitutes to protect them.
Protect them
while they work.
Yeah.
Making sure niggas weren't, robbing them or taking advantage and all that. Like we really was getting busy. And then hell, someone I was scared to sleep with them. They'll pay with the booty.
Hey,
I'm
see, that's why God didn't put me in that position, because I would have took all the booty. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, bro.
Man, one of them was fine as hell, bro.
Well, it's Atlanta. It was more than one now. It was fine in Atlanta now, bro.
No. Some of them, they lived their struggle, but you seen the struggle on them.
Okay.
But it was one though.
It was one robber.
It went, but then the nigga was like, "Hey, my turn."
Hey.
They're like, "Rob, you going in there, Rob?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good."
Hey, Rob, you a good dude. You better man than Mick Mac would have his ass ready. Hey, man, hurry up, get your ass out of there. I'm next.
Oh no, I wasn't no good dude. I was just scared I was gonna fall in that mother.
Hey, well, I understand. Say, Rob, I ain't say I'm no good dude. I just said on that right there.
Yeah, I like, hey.
Y'all boy can have that one.
I ain't know nothing about the Kegels. What it was
with the Kegel muscle, Robert.
I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't know how she was equipped. I thought I was gonna goddamn just woo.
Hey, we all thought that. Boy, that say, man, that girl ain't got no walls. Oh shit, I ain't about to mess with that.
You know where I'm at with it? Yeah, I know. That's how we were raised.
Yeah, how we were raised.
But yeah, man, I really it came to a point like in high school where I had to choose which set of friends I was gonna rock with. And it kind of, ruffled feathers.
Okay.
But I chose those with a better trajectory.
Come on now.
And it wasn't because I was wise. I ain't gonna even cap you down on it. It was because I love girls.
Well, shit, that'll do it. That'll do it.
I'm like, this crew of friends, they always having a good time, and we always got girls all around. I like this crew of friends, we always robbing and stuff.
Yeah, we always 15 deep with a bunch of niggas. I don't want to be around this crew.
But we evolved, man. We started off at the swimming pools. We'll be at Maddox Park in Bankhead or Mosley Park.
Yes, sir.
Around MLK, we'll be in the dressing room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you would put your stuff, you would change in the dressing room and take your stuff to the lifeguards. They had the locker room.
Okay.
So kids come in there, we be like, man. They're like, what's wrong with y'all? Man, y'all better not give y'all stuff to them lifeguards. They be stealing. They stole all my stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, where I'm gonna put my stuff? I ain't going nowhere no time soon. You can leave it here with us. and man, you had some on so green. They're like, now look now.
Hey,
I have my Game Boy and all of my money in there, so don't go in my bag.
No problem, buddy. No, it'll be here when you get back, pal. hey, Rob.
I had every game system there was.
Hey, boy, you ain't. Hey, man, we had to get it how we had to get it. Now take me through high school, man. Now I know we coming out of high school, man. You making that decision. You say, look, man, I'm about to go on the trajectory where my, where the kids got promised, whether it was for the girls or not. You still want to have promise, man, and have a future for yourself.
Right.
Now, my question is this. Now, when you're at that critical point, because I believe you went to Savannah State. Am I right about that, Robert? Is that
I did.
okay? Now, HB historian, I believe the
Homework,
old.
man.
Hey man, I'm a journalist, man. That's what I do now. Hey, man, I ain't gonna have you up here wasting your time now. You're too important for that. So you're going to Savannah State. What made you choose Savannah State, man? Out of all the schools, what made you choose that one, bro?
Like you said, like when I chose that group of friends, I didn't want to be the outcast. I didn't want to be ostracized. So something clicked in me. I started studying more and everything. I started reading books because I didn't want to be left out when they having all these intellectual conversations and stuff. So I did, like, I don't know how. I just caught up with them real quick. Mm-hmm. And then some college started coming up. I never even thought about going to college. I would say without my mom wanting to hear, I like Duke basketball team. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Duke. But
are you gonna play for Coach K, huh? You better go over there and play.
Yeah. I was on the bullshit.
You sure was, goddamn, right?
Hey, but now the school started visiting us, and I never forget, man. It was a big swole football player because I played football too.
Okay.
Dr. Irwin Clark. Mm-hmm. And then it was just something about him, man, his aura, and we vibing. And then I always like water. So I like, man, I go to Savannah, I'm gonna be by the beach.
Right there, baby.
And so he told me, he was like, Slocum, you come to Savannah State, I promise I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna treat you like you one of my own. And he really held up to that, man. Okay. That was like, I started looking up Savannah State. I said, man, I had an uncle to go to Albany State, so I was like, man, Albany. I remember going to his football game. That shit boring as fuck. Hell no.
Robert, I ain't going to that bullshit.
Hell no. Then I was like, I want to go to a HBCU.
Go ahead.
Savannah was it, man, and I was like, I fell in love with it.
Wow, man. Now, what made you want to study criminal justice, man?
You know I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I
want that real answer too, because I can't wait to hear this shit. I said, what this nigga doing studying criminal justice?
I studied the law so I can know how to break this. I'm like, bro, no matter how I take 10 steps forward, bro, then just that ignorance that resided in me sometimes. That's why I didn't join the military, bro. I said, hell no, I get court-martialed. I already know what time it was.
Hey, Rob, if that ain't the most nigga shit I ever, yeah, bro, I studied criminal justice so I can figure out how to break the goddamn. Boy, that's some honest, real nigga shit there.
Bro, we'll go deeper into it. Like, the plan was, okay, they just changed it up my year. I graduated in 05. So it's fall 05
yes, sir.
When I'm entering college. They just changed it where you got your refund check in increments. So I had my scholarships and shit. I'm like, boy, I'm about to get this fat ass check. I'm about to go buy a pack.
Yeah, I'm about to flip this thing. Hey, Rob.
Hey, bro, we was on the bus. We was on one of the charter buses going to the school. Because I stayed off campus freshman year. And me and one other football player, we talking about that, but we're going to get our check, but we about to go buy a pack. I like, what you getting yours for? And then everybody looking at us like, what the hell are they talking about?
Don't worry about this. This is talk. You don't understand this talk.
Don't worry. You just shot with me in a couple of months.
Yeah. Hey, just fuck with your boy. Give me a minute. I'll be back.
Boy, they set us down in a program. They was like, due to people dropping out of school as soon as they get their refund checks, we will now be passing them out in increments. I was like, increment who? And I was like, oh shit, let me just go on and put my best foot forward as a student then. I guess I'll try this school shit.
Hey, boy, Rob, what God been looking at you from day one, dog. God been looking out for you from day one, bro.
Always. I know I'm covered, man.
Yeah, I studied criminal justice so I could be a better criminal, Mac. Goddamn.
That's the honest to God truth, bro. I was like, part of me wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Because I could debate with the best of them.
Yes, sir.
And I could prove a point. But another part of me said, bro, push came to shove. I know all the loopholes.
All loopholes.
Because I ain't trying to be in school. I'd like to be a lawyer, but that's just too much school for me.
We say, right, that was too much, dog.
I got to graduate from here, then go to law school. I'm like, nah, that shit for the birds.
Now, at this time, Robert, that's when we start getting to the acting in the plays, right? Am I right in Savannah State, man? Is that when you starting to kind of get that bug to being, you know?
No, I was born with that bug, bro. Like, on God,
Okay.
my mom would tell stories like how I had these split personalities and stuff. I would always recite movie lines. I'd be fighting myself. One side of my body is one person, the other side is another. She actually took me to the doctor and was like, hey, is something wrong with my child? And he was like, no, he just got a vivid imagination. And he was like, let him stick to it because it'll make him a very rich man someday. And so I'm like,
all right. Mama thought something wrong with you, man.
She like, what the hell wrong with this motherfucker slow? For real. And then my grandfather, he made me have an appreciation for acting because like when I was over, I spent a lot of time with my paternal grandfather.
Okay.
And he loved watching classic movies. So his TV wasn't nothing but Turner movie classics. And so at first I resented him for that. I'm like, man, I want to watch some cartoons.
Okay.
But it went from him making me sit down and watch, like, my knowledge of actors and production, like, I'm a real student of the game. So I'm naming people like Johnny Weissmuller. You like, who the hell is that? That was one of the original guys to play Tarzan. Wow. So I couldn't watch cartoons, but he'll let me watch movies like Tarzan and stuff, and that was adventurous and action filled and all the westerns. So I'm watching Clint Eastwood, Audie Murphy, got John Wayne, Robert Mitchum, all these El Dorado, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yes, sir.
And every Sidney Poitier movie, Harry Belafonte. So like, I'm already falling in love with acting because these were like the most, to this day, their acting ability was something just fascinating to me. Okay. So I always wanted to be in it. Then, like I said, in my elementary school, I was exposed to the arts. Okay. And then I'll tell you a quick story real quick. I ain't trying to.
You go ahead, man. Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
I was in this performance. I was the last person to join it. It was called Once Upon a Princess in my elementary school because we had an unorthodox physical ed teacher. Okay. You know, we didn't get to touch basketballs and footballs unless only on Fridays. Other than that, we was learning about Wilma Rudolph and track and out the ash and tennis, and we were doing like aerobics and shit. So she was also a dance teacher. So she created this program called Once Upon a Princess. My mom made me do it, and I'm so grateful.
Come on.
She like, you got to expand your horizons and all that. So I was actually a natural, bro. I went from being the last kid to join, and I was only in one dance, to by the time the performance came, I was in like 6.
Go ahead.
I was like one of the biggest stars of the performance. And so the teacher name was Joyce Fletcher. I want to find her. Great woman. So she drew so much attention with that performance, with that play. Disney recruits, they called her up and they told her she was nominated for Teacher of the Year. Mm-hmm. That's when on the Disney Channel they'll have this special show for like Teacher of the Year. And my PE teacher was one of them, and she was one of the finalists, but she lost. But they were so captivated by what she was doing with us,
Yes, sir.
they sent the Disney recruit here to Atlanta, and they told her, they were like, we want to get your best kids to present to one of our recruiters. So being the good woman she was, she didn't limit it to us in my elementary school. She reached out to North Atlanta, which was a feeder school for performing arts, and like that's where Jasmine Guy went, bro, and a lot of popping actors.
I didn't know
So
that.
you had all these kids coming from this high school and this middle school that were like polished in stage plays and acting and everything. So it was hundreds of kids there.
Okay.
And the recruiter, he had one other person working with him. And we met in the cafeteria. It was a long ass line. And so each kid would sit in front of the recruiter for a couple of seconds. He was like, all right, all right. And I noticed when I got in front of him, I like, damn, I lasted a little longer than everybody else I seen.
Yeah.
I'm like, might be on to something. Cause he was asking me a little simple question. He was like, are you studious? Are you a good student? I was like, nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm getting back. He was like, are you camera shy? I was like, hell nah.
Hell no. Let's go. Let's go, goddammit.
And so he was smiling at me and shit. So I'm like, okay. So out of all hundreds, it was like 400 kids. I kid you not. It was 4 of us selected, and I was one of those 4. And so they told my mom, it was like he has the charisma, he has the look, he's not afraid. They were like, we want to take all the kids we selected to New York, and we're going to train them on how to diet for acting. We're going to train them on how to read scripts and auditions. Then we're going to take them to some auditions. He said, ma'am, I guarantee you, if you send your son up there with me, he's going to get he's going to land a commercial or a TV show. I guarantee you. And so my mom, like, she's just happy.
Yeah.
And she happy for me.
Yeah.
And so she asked, what does that look like? He said, okay, well, we pay for everything.
Okay.
The hotel stay, we're going to feed them and everything.
Yes,
Only thing you're responsible for is the flight there and back. And this is in the 90s. You remember what airplane tickets cost back then.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I seen her drop her head.
Oh, shit.
She was like, is there nothing we can do? They're like, man, I promise you, you get him there.
We got everything else.
We got everything else. And trust me, you need to get him there. So I'm looking at her. She's like, okay.
Right. Because you seen it look before. You just seen it look before.
That's that mama ain't got it look.
Yeah.
And that's like, that's the look that turned me cold. That created a beast.
Come on now.
And
Come
so,
on now.
When we was leaving, she said, ask your daddy. I said, oh
shit, I ain't
going nowhere now. Right.
We say, Robert, well, fuck it. I know mama is over with for this. This ain't gonna happen.
And so that developed a little beast in me then, because I'm like, man, fuck it. If I can't have what I want, I can't have my dreams. I kind of was like a little terrorist for a short time. I really clinged to my friends that was on the other side.
Now, Robert, but that explains why, bro, you so able to navigate in so many different circles, and you could just tell. That's why you don't look down on nobody. You don't think you're better than nobody. You look at everybody, from the eye level. If you're looking down, you're only looking to pick somebody up, not push them down. Now, you leaving Savannah State. What does life look like when you leaving, man? When you leaving out of there, what does life look like for you now? What's my life decision? I'm leaving. I'm graduating. I ain't going to the league. What's my life decision? I ain't about to be messing with BMF and them. Fuck that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me.
Oh, they was already gone by then.
Okay, they were gone. Yeah. 05, yeah, they were gone. So, what was the after that, bro?
Man, I tried hard work. Like, I had every kind of job you can name, bro. Mac, I have worked on docks,
That's it.
cold ass docks, smelling
That's
like
it.
fish, and
That's it.
grouper.
Come on.
I have worked at chicken plants, hanging
Come on.
chicken by their feet while they alive, and then spraying their feces. Of course, I'm covered, but
Still, none of it's damn chicken feces
yeah,
on my.
and they
Yeah.
pecking at you like
Yeah.
I hear chickens in my sleep. I can't sleep. I've done security. It was hard because I was trying to find myself, and
Gotcha.
even at one point in time, I was homeless, and I was
Wow.
working for the YMCA,
Wow.
and I was sleeping in my car.
Mm.
And this time I'm so muscular and so swollen and stuff. Everybody like, well, he a gym rat. Cause they were like, he the first one in the gym every morning. But really they didn't know. I was getting there, taking my shower, brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
And then the workout was just extra.
Extra.
Yeah. So that was for a few months. And I recovered from that. And my big brother, my brother-in-law, rest in peace, Ralph Martin, aka Roach, man. He took me under his wing because he was like literally and figuratively my biggest fan.
Come on.
Like, bro, I got stories for days. Like,
That's okay. That's good.
man, in high school, I almost got signed to Free World Records on this A&R Kevin Wells.
Okay.
He man, I had a friend that knew them very well. They knew what's the producer, the one who had the baby with Chili? Dallas Austin.
That was awesome. Yeah, man, that's big time. Yes,
Yeah. And
sir.
so like they heard me spit. Like my cousin, he told man, spit for him, bro. Like they knew that family well. And they had me in the studio with I don't know if you remember that bad boy group B5.
Yeah, I remember B5.
Yeah, I was in the studio with them. Like, dude, I was literally about to get signed until my mom said, "Nah, he don't punish me. He can't come out and rap."
No, mama, we about to come.
This
Mama,
is a true story, bro. Like,
did mama understand what was about to happen?
bro, let me tell you. Like, my father never interfered because he know my mom raised me.
That's right.
But this the one time my father looked at. He was like, "Hey, now." This
Come
boy
on.
could be a rapper, a superstar. He could take us out the hood. And
Yeah.
you talking about some punishment shit? She like, yeah, he bad.
Well, can I be bad with a deal, mama? Shit. But Robert, listen to this story though, bro. That's why your movies is so good, because what God has allowed you to do, you've experienced so many things in life. See, the average person ain't lived as much life as you have, bro. That's why the humility is there. That's why the relatability is there. And that's why you know how to cast different people. All this was a part of God's plan, bro. Because see, that period of being homeless, that was the humility, man. That period of being
Right.
lost and going and doing all those things. That explains that post you made when you said, listen, I want to see people win. I don't mind reposting this person's stuff, that person's stuff. I don't do it for them to return the favor. I do it because that's just who I am as a person. But that ain't that you don't get this Robert without that homeless. You don't get this Robert without them ups, the downs, the trials, the tribulations, the almost sold me some dope. No, they almost got signed. You don't get that Robert. You don't get this version without that struggle, bro. That explains a lot who you are, fam.
I appreciate that, King.
Hey, man. Hey, give you credit when it's due. Now I gotta ask a question. Now then you start now, so then we know you're a writer, but this book. Hey, dude, what the pay? When you write this book, bro? When this book get written?
I think that book dropped in 2014, 15, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's the bestseller in urban crime and fiction.
Let's talk about that for a minute. We ain't gonna speed past that. Let's put some respect on your authorism, shit.
They go back to school too, bro. In high school, I stayed on punishment like 80%.
Yeah, I see, Robbie. God damn, you shit. What?
Hey,
Damn, this nigga stayed in the house.
it take all my best friends and them to tell you, bro, because niggas be thinking I'd be sensationalizing these stories. This shit went down exactly how I'm telling you.
I believe you're honest because you honest about the bad. So I know you're honest about the good. You honest about it all. Go ahead, Robbie. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm gonna keep it a book.
Yes, sir.
But like, man, my punishments was jail sentences, bro. I'd be on punishment for like 2 to 3 months. So yeah, like I don't even know. I think sometimes my parents forgot that I was on punishment. And so like this one time I was on punishment so long, bro, I wrote a book.
Are you serious, bro?
I wrote a book. And then that's when I learned that I was good at creative writing. And like all my literature teachers always was captivated by me anyway, but I still didn't really know until I wrote that book. Like the book was so dope. I can't
Yes,
even
sir.
tell you the name of it or what it was about. It was so long ago.
That's okay.
But it was so dope. Like my math teacher, bro, like at the beginning of class, she was like, we're going at the beginning of class every day, we're gonna allow you 15 minutes to read your book, until you finish it. This was my math teacher, bro, Miss Fuller.
This
Never
ain't
forget.
English teacher. This is the math
No,
teacher.
this is my math teacher. And like everybody else happy, they're like, hell yeah. But they're like, let them keep going, let them keep going.
Yeah. Go ahead, Robert. Read that shit again, bro.
And so like they'll speak life into me, bro. They'll pour into me. But I knew I wanted like I learned about intellectual properties early.
Come on now.
And I learned about typecasting early. I always knew I wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
Like I even I was selected when Robert Townsend was creating his own channel back when I was in high school.
God.
Yeah, those stories, those my 3 heartbreaks. I call them the 3 heartbreaks. I'm gonna write a book one day about that type of shit. But I just knew I wanted to be an actor, and I didn't know how to write scripts at the time.
Okay.
So I said, well, let me write it in a book form and then learn to convert it to a script.
Yes, sir.
So I wrote my book. At first it was called Claim Dues. And I just took like the story of Shaka Zulu and gave it an urban twist with some crime, like a young son and his mother was outcast from Atlanta by his kingpin father. And the mom raised the son strong and he come back for the throne. But the father doesn't know that's his son. So it was man, the book is good, man. Like I ate off that book for a couple of years and then I was like, hey man, what them residual checks at, bro? I was like, but yeah, the book was dope, man. Like I think I got like a 4 out of 5 star, like a 4.5, 4.3 out of 5-star ratings. And even the one bad rating I got, which was like a 3 or something, it still was a good review.
It was
I'm
good.
like, so why the hell you give me 3 stars messing up my shit?
Man, just gonna give me all 5, man. Stop being a hater.
Or at least give me 4.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I started writing for Seven McCray. She's a national best-selling author. Very dope, man. Like I'm trying to get her to transition into scripts and actually us partner up and write scripts together. But she put me under her umbrella, and yeah, I took off from there.
Man, well, the reason why the author is so important to me, man, because I'm an author, man. I got a book out called Get Old Diamond, man. It's about my autobiography, man. And so I'm a writer myself. And that's why I really, yeah, man. It's
I need that, bro.
Oh, yeah, say less.
That.
Say less. Say less. Say less. Say less. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's the story right there. Now you talking about a nigga that done been through it. But this is about Robert. This ain't about Mac, because that's a whole nother episode.
Hey, Mac from Chirac, bro. I can only imagine.
Man, now here's what I'm loving, man. You also now you're understanding. Okay, you know you got a gift to write, you know you got a gift to act. But now let's talk about the part that I'm the most excited about. This man is putting, man, you behind the camera as well as you're in front of the camera. What gave you the love for behind the camera? Now I know about in front of the camera. You were born to do that. But this
Right.
love for this and making sure it's right and wanting to do that, where did that come from?
Control. I'm like,
That shit, I gotta do it.
control, and like I said, learned about typecasting early.
Okay.
I didn't want people to be able to dictate who I can portray. I wanted to be able to, I know the only way I can dictate the type of characters I portray, I need to write my own characters. So it started off selfish. Then I just found a little, I was like, look, I'm gonna write you a character. I'm gonna write you. It just blossomed into, like, I just enjoy it. I love it, man. Yeah, God really blessed me with it. Like writing and acting, you can't ask me to choose between the two.
You can't. That's like asking you between your favorite child. You can't do that.
You're right. And I got 2 kids, so
And you can't do it. Now I heard you on Instagram. You said, man, that film is your ministry. But the thing is, I want to give you some other flowers or give you cigars where you can smell them. Is that the one thing after watching, man, you know, Slime Race, the one thing I really enjoyed about that movie, I love how you showcase black businesses, how you made sure that, hey, you know what, Boss Behavior Clothing was, you know, was branded. I loved how you showcased and let it be known it's the West Side of Atlanta, man, and you also bringing in people. Now, where did that heart? Because it's a lot of people in your position that don't do that, bro. And I know, you know, you've been through the struggle, but where did that desire to make sure I leave the door open for those that want to come? I'm working with the willing. I ain't dragging you here, but if you want it, you can come get it with me. Where did that heart, man, to help others really come from? That humanitarian heart.
I sincerely just want to see everybody win, especially us, bro. And when I have an understanding that we all can win, bro. It's enough people in this world to read your book, my book, buy Boss Behavior Clothing.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, why? We're the only race that's pitted against each other and think everything is a competition. And I never understood that because we are so much more powerful together. And that's what the world fears, us uniting. We still have that Willie Lynch, that slave mentality, bro. And I just pray like me and like-minded individuals like yourself. Even though it gets hard, I just believe in my heart if we continue to do things the way we do things,
yes, sir,
it's gonna catch.
Yes, sir.
People gonna be like, you know what? They was right.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta slander this man. I ain't gotta downplay him. We both can win.
Come on.
Hell, we can help each other.
Come on.
His resources and my resources. He got shit that I don't have.
Come on now.
And vice versa. So I just see it like that. And even when it's times that I almost lose hope, I remind myself, no, bro, you gotta be the standard.
Come on. Man, that's powerful, boy. You said something in that though. Robbie, you said something. Let me ask you this, man. When you look back, bro, on what your journey, and you got so much further to do and so much, man, and much more to accomplish. When you look back on your journey, man, what can you honestly say was your true why? Everybody got a deep dive. For me, I had to get out the south side of Chicago. For me, man, my why was to make my great grandmother proud because she raised me. She's gone, long gone in the physical form, but I had to make her proud, man. I had to. What is your why that keeps you going hard every single day? What's the why that keeps you pushing forward in the dark times? What was the why when you was homeless? What was the why when you what's that why even to this day? What is Robert's why?
Man, that's a dope question. It has to be boiled. It has to boil down to I'm just rebellious by nature. My resilience. Like people have always told me what I couldn't do.
Come on, Robert.
And so I think I got it. I get a kick out of proving people wrong. Sometimes to a fault. But yeah, I want my children to have everything I never had. And I had a lot because I'm not gonna never BS my parents or downplay them, especially my mother. Like I may not have had everything I wanted, but I damn sure never went without.
You had everything you needed. Everything you needed.
I needed.
Yes, sir.
And I just want legacy, man. I hustle for my last name, not my first name. And son, what? Okay, give me a minute, okay? Come say hey. Say hey to Mr. Mac.
How you doing?
He mad. He want his baby shot. Go in your room and I'll fix it, okay?
That's beautiful, bro.
When I do it for them, man. Like he was in Slime Race.
I thought that would have looked because that's the one when she said, "That's your son."
Yeah. And that's my wife. That was my wife.
That was your wife?
That was my wife.
Man, go ahead.
Okay. Stop crying, okay? Let daddy work. And then I'll come to help you, okay? Say hey. Say hey.
Hey, man, that pretty lady. Look at her.
Say hey. If you say hey, daddy fish your coconut, okay? Okay, go in there. Go in the room now. I got you.
Man, it's the best interview ever, man.
Thank you, bro, man, for being patient with me.
Oh, I raised my kids, man. I'm told you, I take fatherhood serious, bro. But go ahead.
I can imagine, bro. You giving all them like we like kindred spirits, bro. No, no cap. So yeah, for them and like off of Tupac, that's my favorite rapper. Like I want to spark that mind, bro. Like
change the world,
right? I don't mind somebody coming up and outdoing me. You're gonna have to work, but if you can outwork me, you can be more creative than me. I'm gonna salute you. I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna try and learn from you. Cause my philosophy, you can learn from anybody. I learned some of my greatest life lessons from crackheads. Like when it comes to this film shit, I have that mentality because I've watched the crackhead push a big screen TV 5 miles so he can sell it and get his rock. I have to have that same type of desire in this film.
Come on.
I gotta lay it all on the line if I want this to be successful. So
man, I'm just floored by it, man. We coming up on time, man. I got a few more things, bro. And if you can, and this is hard, surmise, man, what mama means to you, what your mother means to you, man. Because I saw, man, I got a feeling, man. Your mama meaning you what my great grandmother meant to me, man. How can you describe mama to you, man?
It's that line because my great grandmama was my everything. She passed away. Okay. But my mother is my rock. Yes, son, you can wear it. My mother is my rock, man. I explained. I sat down because she always gets sad sometimes when I do interviews and I tell some of that's why I've never done like an autobiography. I'm like, Mama, no, you are my everything I am is because of you.
That's right. That's why I'm asking you.
I'm like, if I tell my struggle, it's because it was my struggle. It's my truth to tell. Amen. But it's not shunning you because you gave me everything. I couldn't wish for a better mother. I have never wished somebody else was my mother, but my mother. And I told her, I was like, you were my first teacher. You were my first minister. You was my first doctor. My first everything. You are my everything. So I know you got to reiterate that. And, they hold their head down like I told you, I'm 16 years older than my sister.
That's right.
So her life experience way different from mine. And that's nothing my mom should be ashamed of. I'm like, you're supposed to be a better parent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're supposed to have it easier. I
Yeah,
was never envious of that. I was happy. I celebrate that.
yeah.
I might tease y'all and be like, "Oh, y'all getting soft. I would have never got away with that shit."
Right. Oh yeah.
But
Y'all
I'm
get
joking.
old now.
Yeah. It's just a joke because I love seeing it, and I love that for my sister. I'm like, I told you about the Joning.
Yeah.
They never seen my mom. Shit, everybody in my sister's school know my mama now.
Well,
Like
Mama
you
got
see all
time.
of this.
Mama
Right.
got time.
We got time, bro. It's 360. So I'm like, my sister never knew that heartache. And I'm happy because if you love somebody, you don't want them to experience the heartache that you experience. If you be good, that'll give you some candy. You gotta stop asking me though. So
But you know what though, Rob? If you think about how God worked, the very thing that she couldn't give you is what made you who you are, and the very thing that she can give your sister is what was needed to make her who she needs to be. And that's how God worked. Because had Mama done all those things that you would have wished back then, I wouldn't be talking to the same guy today.
you wouldn't, bro.
I would.
Like, I don't even like. It used to hurt me about like when I tell you about my 3 heartbreaks.
Yeah.
Like one of them was the Robert Townsend thing, bro. Had I made it back then, because they wanted to cast me to be in this show called Thugs Angels.
Okay.
We were supposed to be like some resurrected thugs that was angels. It was sort of like the White Show, Walked Out of Heaven Highway, something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Angel, but it was a real dope concept. But the day they called me back, they called my grandmother because my grandmother's number never changed. So I gave them that number first. So my grandmother called the house and she was like, somebody from Robert Townsend called for Rob. I was like, it was months after I had auditioned. And so I was like, yes. I'm like, boy, I done made it. One of my best friends was there with me. Verified the story.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, nigga, I made it.
It's up.
Man, I went to school. My ego I'm like, oh, you don't want to talk to me, Shudder? I'm going to buy your ass in a couple months. Don't worry about it. I knew right then, when I look back,
you're going to be proud.
I said, I would have been a mother, and that humility, that humble, all out the door.
Come on.
Go help her. Go help mama.
That's the thing, though, bro. Now, I want to end it, man. We got about 6 minutes. I want to talk about current projects, man. I know we got a movie coming out in February, bro. Kind of take us on, man. What you got, this new movie, give us a little, background about it, bro.
Okay, I got you. First, everybody go watch Flying Race on Tubi. I haven't been promoting it like I used to because if y'all I've seen with this movie Moral Enemies, the evolution is real, man. Like,
okay.
I want to look back at Flying Race and tell everybody, okay, this is how I started, but look where I evolved to.
Okay.
But Moral Enemies is a movie based on human trafficking.
Okay.
It's about I play an ex-gangster, DeMarco Jones. I do 15 years. I make it out in time to see my daughter graduate from high school. And so my daughter's mother, she decides to take my daughter and her other daughter, who's not mine, to Atlanta to celebrate her graduating like a girls' weekend.
Yeah.
But while they're in Atlanta, they get snatched up by this sophisticated human trafficking ring. Like, they got the Uber drivers working for them. Whoa. They own the Airbnb, so they make it look like you never came for your stay. They snatch you without a trace.
Whole ecosystem.
Yes. It is sophisticated at its finest.
Love it.
So I have to come to Atlanta to retrieve them. But not only that, I have to team up with my daughter's stepfather. The stepfather is the cop that locked me up 15 years.
Oh, yo, that's crazy.
So we got to put our differences aside
and go handle.
Right. We got these different philosophies. He thinking we got to investigate and do detective work. I'm thinking we got to tear shit up. So we got to find this happy medium. in time to find our family. So yeah, man, the movie is getting so many rave reviews, and like a lot of people in talks with us about distributing, and
Go ahead, bro.
like
Go ahead.
we looking forward to pushing this one on like BET Plus on some like the cinematography. As I'm gonna show it to you, man.
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna put it in all the reels, bro, to get it a jump start. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Wow.
King. And then we're also filming a movie called Stay Dangerous, and hey, it's gangster at its finest, bro.
Okay.
I got Parlay from the Franchise Boys,
Nice.
Young Jock, Young Dro, Barbara T from Loud Pack.
Okay.
Got Nunu from Atlanta Avenue and Nunu the movie. This one Star Study, and it's about these three throwed off homeboys, man. They formed a clique. They best friends. They were just everybody knew they were crazy and throwed off. And one day this kingpin employs them for what we call the bloody summer, the summer of 07, when the Hurricane Katrina refugees, the New Orleans people tried to take over Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
So we played three fictional characters that handled all that business back then. And we gained a reputation. So you fast forward to present day. I don't know what it is about my characters always going to prison, but my character go to prison. He's a reformed criminal. He's now Muslim. He converted to Islam. One of the other characters, he didn't have us two with him, so he had to calm down some. And the other one, he was a family man, so we settled, we changed, but some guys killed the kingpin that put us on, and they attempt to kill us because they think we're gonna avenge them, and they reactivate us, and we showed that these old heads still got it, but y'all young boy better put some respect.
And we better get active, man.
It's so dope.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna tell you, give you cigars, man. I'm proud of you, man. God bless all these endeavors, bro, man. And if you ever need a big, handsome, light-skinned nigga, man, throw me in there. I'm ready to come, baby. And
hey, man, you gotta come in slime race too, man.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna be in slime race, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get one of them good sex scenes. You ain't gonna cheat me. I'm gonna get.
Hey, but my wife on my head about this.
Hey, tell her I'm gonna take all of your sex scenes from here on out.
Hey, I got you. You doing me a solid.
Well, listen, man, real quick. Top 5 Atlanta rappers of all time, and we out. Give me your top 5. I'm out. If you can't.
I can't do that, man. Don't do that to me, man. I'm Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm real Atlanta.
Top 5 rappers, period. Or I can't do that either. Not even Atlanta, because I don't want nobody mad at you, because they're going to be mad at you. Top 5 all time.
All time?
All time. Anyway.
Not in order.
Not in order, because I don't want nobody to get mad at you.
Nas, Pac.
Yeah, that's my man there. Nas, Pac.
Outkast is one.
Yeah,
can I just say the Dungeon Family is one?
Man, throw Dungeon Family in there. All look, Goody Mo B, all them boys in there. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Pop, Nas, Dungeon Family. As much as I try and avoid it, I can't lie. Some of my all-time favorite songs that came from Jay-Z, so I gotta put them on there.
Yeah, me too.
At number 5, damn. I don't know. I'll be wish-washy. One day it's Jada Kiss.
Okay.
I love Kiss. One day it's Tip. One day it's Ludacris, man.
It could be Gucci. It just depends.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, man, y'all heard it from my guy, man. Man, make sure y'all check out Slime Race. Man, I'm telling you, it's on Tubi. It's fire. I'm gonna be in the second one doing all his love scenes. Hey, big dog. I appreciate you. God bless you, man. Cigar Chats and Mac, y'all. We out.
Out of